Hey everybody, it's Liam and Jordan from Bionic Viking, and today we're giving our initial thoughts on Amazing Spider-Man 2. We got our copy today. We played I've played maybe 3 hours. Jordan got about an hour in. What are you thinking so far, man?
It's pretty fun.
You having a good time with the game?
Nothing remarkable, but it's still just something you sit down and enjoy playing.
Yeah, I mean, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 game isn't something that you get and you're like, holy fuck, this is gonna be game of the year. You know, this is gonna be honors and all that shit. But I mean, for a movie game, I think it's holding up pretty well for the first 3 hours. To kick it off, discussing the mechanics, I'm actually really enjoying the mechanics in this game. It's developed by Beanox, who I don't really know their developer catalog. Yeah, I don't really know, but they've the web swinging's manageable. Like you can get around with it, and they have this really helpful function where you just press or hold R1, and it kind of like you tell Spider-Man where to go, and he just goes. So that's really helpful. But it is a bit buggy. Like there are a lot of times where you'll like just swing into a building, and instead of like grabbing onto it, you'll just go into the side of it, or but that's probably on account of us being terrible at swinging.
We were in the middle of a boss fight, and the boss just totally fucking flipped.
Yeah, just stopped. Just was frozen. You couldn't make contact with it.
His hitbox turned off.
That was a bit disappointing, but at the same time, like, you're gonna have bugs here and there. I wouldn't imagine that there was a ridiculous amount of beta testing, and in the end, we just had to go back at checkpoint, so it wasn't that bad. The combat so far, what are you thinking about that, Jordan?
It's pretty fast-paced. It's sort of like a clunky version of the Arkham series.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, because it kind of gives that, like, the pan around, where you get circled by enemies, you're in the middle, and then you just go around and kind of bounce off each enemy. Like, I had this one instance earlier today where I was, like, literally, I would kick one enemy, do, like, a cartwheel across to kick another enemy, and I did that back and forth about 6 times. And it's pretty fun.
Yeah, there's some pretty cool takedowns.
There are some, yeah, and the special moves are awesome. Like, he does like a bunch of wrestling moves as finishes, and it's really cool, like signature moves. It's enjoyable. Like, it's fun enough to keep you on your toes. Like, you don't really have to, it's not terribly difficult. We're playing on the hero difficulty, but it's not terribly difficult. You can still have a lot of fun beating the shit out of bad guys, though.
Yeah.
So
I find that the stealthy portions are more fun for me.
Like just going around and then like catching someone off guard.
Just sneaking around on the roof and then going down the spider's web and then bringing someone up to the roof with you. It's really rewarding.
Yeah, exactly.
You do that and you feel like a badass.
Exactly, like when you punch someone in the face and then drop them. There was actually an earlier instance where you dropped and then you wrapped them completely in like spider-ness web. There you go. There's the name. And yeah, that was like it's actually surprisingly like impactful. Like a lot of the animation and a lot of the punches, like they feel kind of heavy. The missions are pretty awesome. The storyline in this game is completely independent of Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, it doesn't run the same. It has some of the same.
Oh, of the movie. Sorry, the Amazing Spider-Man movie, the second one. You've seen that?
It's awesome.
I haven't seen it, but I'm gonna take you out on that, and hopefully I can find some time to get out there and see that in the theater and then compare it to the game. But the missions are fun. Overall, the mechanics, they give you what you need to enjoy the game. Like it's not anything that's really groundbreaking, like Jordan said before, but it is something that you can, it's tangible and you can enjoy yourself throughout the game with what they've given you.
You've also got little side missions where you just stop muggings, get collectibles.
Yeah, and that's actually noted throughout the universe, which is actually our next point, which is the video game universe in this game is awesome. Straight off the bat, in like the first 30 minutes to an hour of the game, you save Stan Lee from a fire, and he takes you back to his comic shop, and it has arcade machines, it stocks collected comic books that you get throughout the world, and displays informative figurines and concept art from the developers and all of this awesome shit. And it's really cool that they've put him in with like actual, like his voice, what I mean? They actually got him to do the voice for the character. I just feel like it's a really well-rounded universe. There's some really awesome stuff.
Spider-Man universe is a lot to pull from it, and there's a lot in the game when it comes to the universe.
Yeah, it's like especially with Easter eggs and stuff like that. You were saying like when we were walking through Oscorp,
you see like the Vulture's wings and through like just little things like that.
Little nods to the series. You'll also get like statements on the Daily Bugle News, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, like we did a side mission where we just saved someone from a mugging, and then there's this little news clip that happens after that, and It's pretty cool because you get to see your impact on the world around you.
And it's nice. Like, it's actually, you know, you obviously there's an increase in your level once you do that, like the experience points. But at the same time, you like, I don't know, it's just kind of like a really cool little addition. Like, they didn't have to do that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like after you do that, it's like Spider-Man saved a bunch of people, and you know, all the kids were saved or whatever it is, and it's just really cool.
There is also a good and evil function to the game.
Yeah, there is kind of like that you can choose to stop crime, and if you let it run rampant, Daily Bugle's gonna call you on your shit. Spider-Man's gonna be sad.
They've never really been good to Spider-Man anyway.
Yeah, well, fuck the Daily Bugle. Fuck you guys. I'm not scared to say it. But about the actual character of Spider-Man in this game, I thought that he was a lot more witty and a lot more like identifiable. You know, in this game, you'll hear Spider-Man do like little remarks and little like jabs at people.
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
Finally, my last point for this game, Jordan, is that it is refreshing to see a movie-based game being released on a console.
Now they're all stupid-ass mobile games.
Yeah, exactly, and it's just like, okay, dodge stuff. Like, just like everything.
Whoa!
Yeah, exactly. But the game isn't revolutionary, but it does do its part to make the experience fun, and at the very least, interesting. I mean, that's what I enjoyed about the game.
Yeah.
I think that's our initial thoughts. You got anything else to say, Jordan?
You know, it's not gonna be your favorite game, but it's a game to pick up to just sit there, chill out,
Fuck around on, really.
and it's really enjoyable to see the universe come to life.
Yeah, and an independent storyline, which
Yes.
is nice. You know, like something that isn't just.
It's like an alternate
Pasted.
version of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and they've put a lot more detail, because with a game you can put a lot more detail in the universe, like we were saying before.
There's a shit ton more like villains.
Yeah, so it's a fun game.
So thanks for watching our initial thoughts on the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave us a like and a comment, and check out our shit.
Yeah, just check out all of our shit.
Yeah, we'll see you
Every
next time.
single inch of it. I blew your uncle. Goodbye.